dreams.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side.
What is this?
I thought it was just a child's fairy tale. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparta existed. How do I know? Well, I met the sons of Sparta. Both of them. Though the same blood of their father flowed through their veins, the two battled each other fiercely like arch-enemies. It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting. But in the end, only one was left standing.
Oh, right. Let's, finally get started. Like oh, it's because I put chat below the if I move the window down, who's in chat? Hey, you got pasties and Matt. Matt, you will take what you're given happily. Thank you. I might alternate between the two, I'm not sure yet. This is Pasty's influence, really, because he started DMC3, and I am nothing if not a willing victim of peer pressure. But please don't analyse that statement, for you'll realise how contradictory it is, but yeah, to be fair, it is actually way more about time that I finally returned to DMC. Ah, fair point. Right, pasties, tell me out here. Do I do regular speed or turbo? Because I enjoyed turbo on DMC4, but I don't... I find regular speed really quick on this as it is. Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay. Basically, I wanted you to justify me already leaning towards regular speed. Sometimes I'm like that, like Street Fighter. If there's ever a speed option on that, I don't tend to go too high. Maybe owing to my shit reaction times, I don't know. I think this is probably alright. Yeah, that's it's keep the tutorial on. Yeah, that's such a weird. That's an aspect of the special edition of 3 originally, right? Gold or yellow. So This is strange. It's Demo Digest. Yeah, this has been a very long time coming, this.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times,
Oh, the way you
a demon
revive.
rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side. I never believed it. I thought it was just a child's fairy tale. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparta existed.
There he
How do
is.
I know?
It's
Well,
he's directed the new one
I
as
met
well.
the sons of Sparta. Both of them. Though the same blood of their father flowed through their veins, the two battled each other fiercely like arch-enemies. It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting.
Oh, it did take long for Dante to get impaled. A bit of a weird series trope there, isn't it?
But in the end,
He's
only one
alright.
was left standing.
Yeah, I have actually, but I did do the full 16 races. I think I did about 9 or 10. It was only Dark Ruler and Stacy on there. Some good races in there, though. I didn't plan on streaming until Pasties asked if I was going to. Why not?
Sorry, not open for business yet.
Dude, just have an answer message on there.
This joint, and I'm already getting calls.
Aw.
You a customer too? Well, if you want to use the bathroom, help yourself. The toilet's in the back.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparta?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother. He sent this invitation for you. Please accept it.
Oh, there's no pit to kick him in. Oh man, the video quality's not holding up terribly well on this.
Invitation, huh?
Gaping mouth. Hey, Joe, hello. Yeah, this has been way too long coming, really, this. Oh my god.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
Hey! Have a boy, Dante. There we go. Video games, everybody. Video games. What a way to set a tone for a game. Well done, I approve. I'm feeling bad for the demons! Look how panic-stricken they look. Yeah, that's what I meant when I said the other day past is that I think Devil May Cry is like the fun kind of edgy. Like just ludicrously just wallowing in that in a really fun way. Right, what should I start with then? Because I know Trickster's the dodge one. I think I've heard that recommended. I mean, I played Devil May Cry 4 where you can swap between all of these on the fly, but I know in this game you only pick one of them right from the off. Yeah, I think I'll start with Trickster. I always find the default role where you got to do kind of a button combination. I would do for that. I always find that a bit awkward. So yeah, I think it just said you start with the Trickster style. Yeah, so I'll keep on that. That's all this is. I've installed the HD texture pack, and I think that's actually, yeah, I think that's coming into play for some of these menus, which is quite nice. Which is the one upside to waiting a bit to play a PC game, you might get some of that. There's also a motion blur toggle I've been able to download, so I can... Let's have a fussy git. Did I put the... Okay. There we go. Ah, there we go. I had to remember some of these.
Breakdown.
Oh man, this is such an apology for the second one, isn't it? For those of you who didn't see me streaming the second one, that was
Is that it?
a little bit more dull. That's another cool thing as well. I think I think that's been in all of them. But if you taunt, that keeps your combo meter going. Of course, it being quite risky to do.
Hey, do your job.
It also makes him a cocky bastard, so it's great. Swordmaster's the easiest, is it? Well, I know you can upgrade them individually, though. So I maybe wonder if it'd be worth just putting stock into one entirely, or are you meant to kind of swap between them? I need Stinner, the move where you kind of charge. Ah, you bugger! Oh, it's such a buzzkill when you get a hit in, when they get a hit on you. So doing that.
Is that it?
Oh man, I have played this a little bit, not streaming it, just to kind of test this bit out, especially with the mod I downloaded. Oh man, it is a game that wonderfully sets the scene, really. This is really when the series, it does find its identity in quite a way with this one, isn't it? Houseless. Even though the first game has it quite a bit there. And then the second game definitely does not, holy shit.
Hey, do your job.
I'm just going to taunt every time I can. Yeah, Pasties is a huge fan of these games. It's been quite nice for myself, like, finally getting into them the past year, because it's, we've known each other for years now. I remember for the longest time him being a fan of these. Hey! I wonder if Dante's a germaphobe. So you're not gonna have that pizza now. I bloody wasn't. Where's that demon's foot been?
I can already tell. Looks like this is gonna be one hell of a party!
Oh, glorious. I like my games to revel in lunacy, so I'm okay with the tone on this one. So, because the first game has a little bit of that, but it's also... It's still pretty... or at least it aspires to be quite serious. To mixed results, shall we say. This one's kind of more the style that I'm... Have we got now? But yeah, there we go, that's a file I've played a little bit of. It's the second one. Yeah, these are... They're great fun, Jar. It's weird it took me so long to get into them. It just wasn't like, despite being a Capcom fan for a while, this wasn't a series that took me a while to get to. Maybe it was slight intimidation from just not being very good at, or not being as good at 3D action games as I am 2D ones. Right, Stiller, I want that straight away. I think that's the... I've come to realise that's the go-to, you need that straight away in these games. That's the one where if you're targeting an enemy, you press Y and forward, you just lunge straight at them. Oh, have you got those on PS4, Joe? No, it's really cool. The entire series is now on... well, I think pretty much... Yeah, like on Xbox One, PS4 and PC, every single game is available on them now. It's really cool. I just wish they ported this collection to Switch as well. I feel like it would have done really well there. Okami is doing really well on the Switch eShop at the moment. What are those voices in the background saying? Not much to increase at the moment. Still looks pretty good as well. Some textures, so not as gracefully as others, but that's okay.
Damn it! You guys totally wrecked my shop, and I haven't even named it yet!
I know what he's going to name it. His teeth. That's an inner sleeve camera shot? Bless you. So how far in are you past these?
I hope you all have enough to cover all this!
Oh my god, here we go! The music! Okay, how do I... Okay. I don't know if I knew that, actually.
You scared? You scared?
Now if you hold down Y, you go up as you hit them.
Come and get me!
Oh man, taunting is going to cost me a life or two, I can see it now. It's really fun to pull off. Ooh, Jesus. Oh my god! I didn't mean to do that, that's amazing! You can ride them, you can surf the enemies. Holy shit, this is so much better than the second one. Crazy taxi, I don't know. Damn it, I'm getting so close to Triple S, but I don't think my moves are creative enough. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I keep forgetting we're getting a new Bayonetta as well, Jara. That I'm very excited for. It's a shame because I played through Bayonetta on PC, but I wasn't really streaming actively at the time. If I played through it now, I probably would have. Shit. I probably would have streamed it. I need to stay away from that exploding one. There we go. You know, this is quite a contrast from Shenmue. Playing one of the slowest big budget games ever made. With this one. Both very good, both have their own merits. Also both technically from the same generation as well. Oh, this game is absolutely awesome. Is it? Okay, is it that the game's too quiet or my microphone's too loud, do you think? Oh, they're very cheesy, Jara. That's why they're so good. Right, tap, rapidly tap, shoot. Okay, let's have a look. Let's go for... this gets difficult to manage in between games, audio balance. Yeah, like, well, actually, I'll tell you what, once Wii U emulation for Bayonetta 2 gets better, I can stream that. So I have, I won't go into why, but ripping my Wii U games was a very awkward, annoying process. It didn't go very well. But that was one of the ones I actually managed to rip. I think it crashed on me quite a lot. It did run in bits here and there, and it looked absolutely lovely. But I think the emulation's got a way to go. But yeah, what's the sound balance like now? Does it seem pretty decent? Sorry, that's always a problem with my streams. I should really, as I say, it's been difficult to balance in between games. Okay. Just let me know if you can't hear the dialogue or if you can't hear me over it. Okay. You don't spend orbs to level up. So you level up. Oh, really? Oh, did you notice I was looking for that? Yeah, and the options to see if there was kind of a... Okay, huh. So that's kind of interesting. Alright, this guy's trying... Oh, shit. This guy's trying to get with those missiles. I got pretty decent at this one. I probably forgot what the bad ones. Gotta get to a stalemate with the scythe. See, my headcount, this is the guy who killed Luigi in that Smash Bros. Castlevania trailer. Reaper himself. Yeah, I'm like a trick master for that. Hey. Yeah, did the audio balance seem alright during that boss fight? But yeah, I might alternate between this and Yakuza, depends on what this takes me. I'm also, I don't know, Yakuza might be worth waiting for 1 or 2 more patches, even though it's almost entirely pretty much fine now.
It's been nearly a year since we last met. Where does the time go?
He's such a cocky little shit, I love him. Okay, cool, thanks. I was getting you guys to beta test the streams for me. There he is. Not Nero, Virgil, oh my goodness. You need to be able to hear the sultry tones of Dante's voice. That's important.
No doubt you've got some fun planned for me. Right, Virgil?
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh good, we got to fight that at some point. Don't forget exclamation mark light is a Devil May Cry related sound clip in there. The only one I've got. Maybe there'll be a few I can add from this game. My weirdly rotten thing of saving in the new save slot.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
I mean, it had to be that one, really, didn't it? Good man.
Arkham.
Well,
Asylum.
Doesn't it excite you? The Timon Negru has revived. The Great One, who once ruled this earth as the medium between the human world and the demon world. Isn't it a magnificent view? The greatest minds of their time, those who revered evil, constructed this glorious edifice. Now, after 2 millenniums of confinement, it can at last fulfill the purpose for which it was intended.
That's none of my concern. Did he have it?
Of course, he's taking good care of it. After all, it is the only memento left from the mother you both lost.
But he has no idea of its true power.
Oh man, he stubbed his toe! Is that what he did? Oh, right. It also looked like he just, like... just skewered his foot. Oh man. Well, it's relatively close from that.
I found it.
That's a lady. And that's not me, caveman talk. Saying what specimen of human that person is. No, their actual name is Lady. There doesn't seem to be that much to upgrade. Actual name is Mary, or is it? Oh, blue orbs are the... yeah. I might be alright for the moment. Let's see how this goes. Maybe I can... also get one of these. I think it's... I'm trying to remember, Joe, because I installed it a couple of months back, knowing I would play it at some point. I think it's mainly for the menus, and even that, like, I don't know if this screen, for instance, has been updated, but some of these definitely have. No, I don't think the core assets will have changed. You'll notice, like, a lot of the environmental textures are really low resolution, actually. Which, I don't know if we'll ever see a mod for those on this. Could take quite a while to implement. But yeah, I'm really impressed by the character models and the... Because keep in mind, it ran at 60 FPS as well on the PS2, so... Obviously some of their kind of graphical quote-unquote budget went to that, so it would have been quite... It's obviously a game that's pushing the system quite a bit. I'll get do so. Just gonna grab a drink quickly, alright guys? Back in a second. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna stream Devil May Cry DMC. So I've got all of them on you. Would be nice to do DMC 4 again, actually. Because, the special edition of that, the one I've got on PC, they added quite a few new characters to that. So it's really replayable, but I'm probably just gonna get this done. And then DMC, and then just have the series done in time for 5, which is out in March next year. Not really for any reason of just keeping up the story, because that's not really that important. So even there's some cool stuff in it. But I think just be quite normal and enjoying it as well. It's kind of crazy, I'm now playing what is probably most widely considered the best game in this series. It seems like the most agreed upon best one anyway. And then Pasties there seems to like the other thing that's... For what Pasties said, I think he likes the first one the best. Don't worry, I'll drag him along sometime. Actually, it was quite cool. Pasties goes to a Pokemon Go meetup group, which at some point I'll have to go along to as well. I haven't really played the game recently, but it's so cool that there's groups like that around for that. Not as awkward as blowing up an explosive barrel. Not even melee. So much. I didn't do it at all in. I can't remember if it was in 2, it was definitely in 1. It's never really occurred to me to use it. Yeah, I'll happily take any past these because I'm probably going to miss loads of them quite easily, I think. This is the only thing where maybe having turbo would be quite handy for just exploring the environments, but the fights go by so quickly as it is. I really don't feel the need for it now. It's such a cool inclusion. And then they added it to the special edition of DMC, which unfortunately is not the one which is not one they've released on PC, unfortunately. Okay, nothing yet. Yeah, it feels like there might be something here. Yeah, you don't there's no pressure on that. I don't expect you to help me with every single one. And I also recognise how frustrating trying to direct me to something obvious in chat can do. Anyway, near Statue of Time, keep an eye out. Cool. Are you, because you know the first game best, don't you? But, playing it again, do you remember where quite a lot of those are? Smashy. Well, if my business got smashed up, it's a bit fair. Yeah, this, I'll tell you what, because, like Shenmue, this has low resolution textures, but, the camera's more zoomed out, generally. Probably just helps it to get better vision, even though Shenmue is still quite impressive, in some regards. 50-50, sure. Now this is a big change from... was this in the second one? I can't remember. It definitely was in the first one where you can swap weapons on the fly, which is a big change to the base. I don't think the first two have camera control. Whoa! Not that I'm particularly score-focused on this, but it is satisfying to see the ranks go up, so
Come and get me.
So I'll try and vary my attacks. It's probably a good strategy anyway.
You scared?
It's out, bud.
You scared?
I'm scared after that. Really, when you get to SS, it really shit seems to go there. Need to be more careful. It's so fun to be just so reckless. Okay, we'll do for it.
You
scared?
Yeah, these are games that revel in style, and as I said, I think they've really got the confidence with where they wanted to take the series with this one. They had quite a bit of it in one. I perhaps maybe... I mean, they were being so experimental with one. I guess they were in some ways with two. Not to particularly great effect, unfortunately. And yeah, this one is just... God damn, it's wonderful. I could see this easily end up being my favourite. Probably between this and the fourth one. I know people generally think the fourth one has the best combat, but the fourth one also... It's also quite padded, they have to repeat levels quite a bit in it. Oh, that's very good. The enemies are going to respawn, aren't they? The horrible sound of Tidus forcing himself to laugh can only be one thing. Hello, Crickens. How you doing, man? You're a big DMC fan, eh? Yeah, because it seems like, I mean, with 4 it does seem like that was them trying to make a game for the HD generation, which was, you know, a pretty tough process to adapt to, I think, for a lot of developers. The thing is, I didn't mind the padding in 4 as much as I have done in other games, just because it's so damn fun anyway. It doesn't really, like, the combat is so good that I didn't mind. Like, I think there's boss fights you even after you do like up to 3 times in that game. I didn't mind that much.
Blast off!
Hey. That's pretty damn cool. Breakable wall on left. Cool. I'm definitely not going to stream this unless I know you're there, mostly, so, aside from the help on this. Also, because it's probably quite fun for you to have reaction to everything in this. And it is nice, because the last time I streamed Devil May Cry, it was the second one, so it was a very miserable stream. Like, especially when I got to the, oh god, who's the other character you play as in that? What's her name? Like, she actually seemed like a fairly cool, pretty cool character. It's a shame I think she deserves another game after that, but she had a horrible swimming level. It was so bad. Yeah. Oh really? One of the hardest bosses is coming up already, oh god. Okay, so we've got air hike. Oh wait, air hike is second jump, isn't it? Ah, shit. Do I wait and save up for that? Or... That was really annoying in the first game. Double jump is really expensive, so you don't get it for a while. Okay, go back to double doors, alright, yeah. Should I save for that? Yeah, unless you guys recommend otherwise, I'm probably gonna... I really want the double jump. Double doors on right. Oh, I passed them. First ones I attacked? Oh, okay. Oh, is it these ones? Oh, okay. Oh god, I suck at these. Especially like Bayonetta. Really... Actually, Devil May Cry 4 as well. Like at that point, they seem really... so goddamn fun at this. I'm definitely not an expert, but there is definitely goddamn. I feel like I've got a good few moves at this yeah, I'll give this a good few tries. Wait. I assume restart the mission would be... Wait, so is that counted as a death in the overall... Oh, I thought for a secret mission it would just kind of count that standalone. Oh, I love the songs, man, of these games. I love Devil Trigger, the one before 5. I'm all about just corny, kind of. So what genre would you put that in? Like, it feels very teenager-y to me, which I'm not always into, but I find it really fun in the context of these games. I don't know, it's got an innocence to it, even though it's also...
You scared?
I should not be doing that during the time mission, but I can't resist. Oh, damn it, come on! I think that's where the enemy left. Oh, you oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna be here a while. Yeah, I've always found the secret missions, or the kind of equivalent, really tough in these games. Like, I remember the ones in the 4th game, they feel like you've got very specific strategies for them. Yeah, it's remarkable, isn't it, Joel? I mean, it was like, was it like 2004 or 5? So quite a late title. Like, you know, by that point, Capcom doesn't know it seems so well. So, I think pretty much all 3 games, even the second one to some extent, all 3 of them were really impressive texture consequences. I mean, the first one was such a long time. Probably one of the first really big blockbusters for it. Damn it. Struggling to do this efficiently. Do you have a favourite style of this game? Cricket. So I'm going to probably stick with I can't remember now, this dodgy one. Trick Master? Trickster? Oh no, Trickster is this, Sword Master. I'll try and experiment with them. guys are going to be here a while. I think I need to, I'm doing them one by one a bit. I need to attack them all in groups, I think. Trickster, yeah, Trickster seems to be like the good favourite of this. Hey! 8 seconds to go as well. Yeah, I think it definitely helped that time. I was kind of out of... Oh yeah, I've got the PlayStation trophy sat on here as well. Yeah, attack them in groups is probably a better good bet. Yeah, still are so good at these games. I don't think I got it straight away in my DMC1 playthrough either, which you do need that straight away, really, don't you? Yeah, this is a really cool PS2 era environment. This. Hey, Graham. How you doing, man? So I did a stream yesterday, guys. I know I did indicate I would, and then I ended up putting it on. You see why I struggle to keep to a schedule. Sure, this one there. Multiple still is it?
Now, mortal, the likes of you are forbidden in this land. You who are powerless are not worthy to set foot here.
Wow. I've never seen a talking mud before. You know, in a dog show, you'd definitely take first place.
You would make a mockery of me?
I love it when exchanges just boil down to
Easy,
playground
Rhino.
arguments.
How about I take you out for a walk? Come on, puppy. Let's go.
Patronising that!
It's showtime.
No, this boss fight is as hard as cricket, so I don't show your compliments, Dante. You say the styles take a while to level up in this today. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! I didn't know they were going to come from that direction! Not taking off a lot of his health, have I? Whoa! Oh, so did it not count as a proper death when I died in the secret mission? Given that it didn't give me option to easy mode there. So go and attack ahead, we've got the ice off, yeah. So that'll do a lot more damage, I take it. Oh, I'm gonna be repeating bosses over and over again on this, aren't I? That's okay. Just when you die to this boss, is it? I'm all for having the easy mode or accessibility option, so games can be enjoyed by a wider audience. In my own cases, I am very stubborn though, so I'm gonna try and stay. Easy would probably be a bit unfit for me, but again, stubborn. Again, I think it's really cool that option is there. Even though I suppose it could be said to patronise that type of rating. Hey, some people might appreciate that. Especially not like this. Well, yeah, it's much quicker, isn't it? Let's go kick so much ass. So satisfying. Holy shit. Between this and Resident Evil 4, what a good time for decapitation When did I get hit? I'm scared to go near it and give my head off. Shut. Whoa! Hooray! Oh god.
Who knows? I'm not even sure myself.
Just managed.
Flawless, you have proved your strength. I acknowledge your ability. Take my soul and go forth. You have my blessing.
Someone got paid to say this. I want that livelihood. Oh, careful now, crickets. Oh, thank you very kindly. Although I don't expect consistent performance rounds. I made one shots? Yeah. Dante, that was not too easy. You nearly died, buddy. Right, sorry, a bit behind on chat. Let's have a look. Pasties is my guru. So is Crickens. Good duo of gurus I've got. Yeah, I got to grab some tracks from the soundtrack. Oh, Grub, Zootropolis is absolutely wonderful. I really love that. That's one of the best recent Disney films. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh god, yeah, that was a bit of a... that was a clumsy end to Shenmue 1, that was. Got it done though. We'll get to the second one in time. But it's quite nice to contrast a very slow game like Shenmue with this madness. There we go, so we got real-time melee weapon swap in. That's really cool. Yeah, this is where they really start to give you loads of options in these games, it looks like. The fourth one is just crazy for that. What is it with this series? Because I think that's how Trish gets introduced in the first game as well. Like, all the female characters come in on the motorcycle.
What's the hurry?
It's great.
Did you get an invitation?
The great pattern. You guys ever seen The Matrix? Same. You should see Pasties at these games, man. He's done one on Dante Must Die. He got the platinum for it. Look at this smug git.
This just keeps getting better and better.
He likes his near-death experiences, he does. It's not Shenmue is a bad game. I did watch that. I go on and off on Sterling. I think I like him overall. I like that he's so pro-consumer. Man, he was not a fan of Shenmue, was he? I thought it was fair enough, obviously. Like, I had frustrations with many of the things he mentions. There's still something about it, so I just find it so irresistible. But because I said on stream multiple times, I do totally understand why some people don't like it. Oh, well done, Matt. Blimey, you went through that quickly. So, Crickets, I think you did say it. Is Devil May Cry 3 your favourite in the series?
Looks like we have an uninvited guest.
Is that so?
It's not 2, I take it.
A woman.
I'm afraid I should ask the uninvited one to leave. If that is what you want. Actually, I happen to be acquainted with that woman. A storm is approaching.
Is that is Lady his niece? Does he feel the responsibility of an uncle? Also, why is he dressed like Dr. Evil? That's really distracting. Well, DMC is coming up, not next, like maybe a month or two after I do this. Because, don't want to burn myself out on these. Right, yeah, I'm going there, hike! Because I really want double jump ASAP. I mean, this sounds pretty cool as well, drive. course we got these moves as well. Yeah, I want my air hike. I did, well, so this is the HD collection, right, Quickens, and I got it when it came out, and I pretty much did DMC 1 and 2 back to back. Overall, really liked 1. It obviously has dated in a few ways, but I still really clicked with it. Basically didn't like 2 at all, like most people. I thought it had some merits, but it certainly wasn't that crazy, unfortunately. Keep on trick stuff in there. And then yeah, I thought I'd take a break from that and try other games, and it took me too long to get to this, really. There's some redeeming qualities. Like I like the sense of isolation at times, even if sometimes that is due to the environment just being so empty and even a bit bland, really. But yeah, just almost immediately you do your first attack in 2 and you know something is off of it. That's quite cool map.
Come on, wimp.
Is that status? It's been a while since I've beaten a Metroid game. Actually no, it hasn't, because I did the AM2R. It's been a while since I've beaten an official one. And although to be fair, I think AM2R is one of the best Metroid games. Official or not. Oh my god. That was the changing camera angles throwing me off then. I like that though, from games of this era. You don't really see it now, perhaps because it can be disorientating. It really does nice job of giving games a cinematic flair. Oh god. Even if that. Yeah, I always feel bad bashing it, because I know you've still got a soft spot for it. For it past these. As I said, I think there are good elements to it. I can definitely see if you played it, you know, as a kid at the time, it could have still kind of really appealed. And it was a bit of a slog to get through, but it wasn't like, you know, I've obviously played multiple broken games and whatnot. This is quite cool, it reminds me of 1. The first game quite a bit. The really important thing with the combat in these games is that it makes you feel. I really don't want to sound like a badass because that's very trite, but that's basically what they're going for. It's clearly the mission statement. Yeah, well, it's funny because the ending of 2 is quite. Well, it's almost definitive in a way, but then they kind of backpedal with the post-credits scene, don't they? Just take screenshots of all these because I'm convinced I'll forget that I'm doing something. Yeah, so the right one's the one I did earlier, right? That's the Do well with projectiles, am I? Yeah, it really does wonders for the flow of the combat being able to swap between weapons. You shit to get on my nerves, so you die now. Oh shit, no. No. That's all good.
Come on, Wimp.
Oh, there's two of them.
You scared?
I love the taunts. The taunts give me life. Hey, Nick. Oh, you're talking about for 5, well, because Dante at the end of that looked quite, he looked relatively old, didn't he? So I think in 2 he's meant to be in his 40s, isn't he? Well, they sometimes say sometimes say the things that should be remade are the things they didn't get right in the first place, don't they? Guess they denied some for that. I like how these games, they do somewhat outright horror, but they're not afraid to be quite creepy and convey a sense of isolation. Like, even the second games, I thought, did that pretty well. Unfortunately, it's one thing, the fourth game's not great at the environments I'm engineering. They're usually in broad daylight as well, so not especially atmospheric. I am the sort of player as well, generally stick to one weapon if I can, so I'm trying to force myself out of the comfort zone and use the nunchucks as well. Why did they cancel your pre-order, Nick? That's weird. Like, so you pre-bought it on the store, basically? Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Garrett in action.
Come and get me. Come and get me. Come and get me.
Say this right now, unless this game gets shit. Okay, no, I was gonna say at least out of the first 3, there's no way this will be okay. I mean, I'll probably end up with the rank level most people have, this being first, being second. No worries, Jar. Thanks for tuning in, man. You have a good night's sleep, alright? Never. Oh, that's what I gotta remember as well. So I need to have the main sword equipped. The main sword. I should know the name of that, shouldn't I? What was it called again? Cerberus. Or, yeah, that sounds about right. The Kraken sword. Do you ever play Marvel vs. Capcom, Kraken? Dante's quite a fun character in there. Hey, I found a probably one more obvious ones, but I found it. It's got to be 4 now. Hey. Oh, that's weird, Nick, so it's because of the delay. Oh, he's in 3 as well. He's one of the notoriously ropey-looking characters in Infinite, unfortunately. His character model's a bit. Looks pretty good in 3 though, he works with the cel-shaded style. Actually, when I last went back to 3 briefly, it was quite cool playing as Dante, Virgil and Trish, and sort of recognising their attacks and what they're doing their quotes and things like that. Yeah, definitely glad they got the... Yeah, it's a shame because apparently mechanically Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is very good, it's just clearly they didn't spend any money on it. It's really obvious. I'm still going to pick it up eventually, but yeah, I'm fully expecting it to be pretty dead online, whatever I do. Oh my god! Ow! That wasn't part of the deal, what the hell? I keep coming very close to a triple S. Yeah, like that. Usually I run out of ideas when I have to vary my attacks. Let's see if it's good to get anyone there now, at least. Oh yeah, they did put Venom in there, didn't they? They got like a Monster Hunter character as well, I believe. Yeah, I hope everything goes alright with Reignited after that. There's been a bit of stumbling, hasn't there? Left stick? No, I did not. Thanks, Rickens. Yeah, that's going to help quite a bit. You might have noticed there's been a few cases of me using Stinner on the Oh wow, this is a hell of an environment to fight also. So if I take it, I should probably be trying to get close, right? So just go back and forth between that shot. Whoa, whoa. Okay, so the nunchuck kind of weapon, that seems to be good for air attacks, right? So I'm thinking especially when I launch enemies into the air. Whoa! Oh shit. We'll find more fishing. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I didn't know you could ride on top of that checkpoint. Oh, it looks like it gets surrounded by the electricity, so... Whoa! Whoa! Oh, hey! Oh my god, you can return them! Oh, I didn't trust myself to that. Oh, well, that does hurt him. Okay. Let's play Ganondorf-style tennis with her then. Hey! I can't return, well... I can't return those in the same way at least, anyway.
How could anyone do this?
Yeah. Oh, fuck!
The galaxy depends on your funky moves!
Oh my god, they're all coming out. Good night, Graham! Oh my god, just get all of them. Cheers, guys. Good night, Graham. You sleep well, alright? Oh, I think I remember that from Fall Crickens, yeah, the scene. Can I swap, you know, if I die, can I... Oh shit. Can I swap style if I die, or does it have to be at the start of the mission? Oh, someone else typing global, so Grumbles that one. Maybe it's working, so not letting me do So, can I not return those on the floor then? If they're kind of, so it feels like I have to hit the orb part of the electricity, not the kind of current. That's fair. That's fair. Oh damn it, I'm sorry, Crickens. Yeah, I guess it's, I guess because you just did this out. So there's a way to change it, so I generally trust you guys not to spam those anyway, so I'm happy making them more. Please don't tell me it's still an easy fight. So, I guess we did better than this. I love kind of parry attacks in games, but I'm never that consistent. My time intensity doing that, unfortunately. Yeah, definitely does more damage on the head, doesn't it? I guess it makes sense. Oh, shit. Whoa! This is why I don't need to use the orbs now. Whoa! Absolutely, the camera's not entirely behaving right. Oh, damn it, we went too fast to do the... Hooray! God, dude, these might scale my safer. Yeah, I can see how that could be one you could do really quickly. Not with how I was. Not with my sloppy playthrough. I'm gonna get up shit. No, not that one. Got one of those. Yeah. Ah, cheers, man. Yeah, as I say, these aren't going to be consistent. I warn you. Anything up here? Any blue orbs in this room? Looks like the kind they would hide one somewhere, but... maybe not. Ah. Ooh, what's that? Let's go activate something, like pick it up, I'm gonna guess. Said to be powered by time. It's quite an expressive little PS2 model, isn't it? Fuck.
There's no need to use violence, devil boy. Oh, wait. Better listen to what I say, lad. This tower here is very sturdy. You see? Your tricks will do no good. No good!
Zip it, or I'll pierce that big nose.
That could be a problem. Just hear me out. You've got nothing to lose, right? My name is Jester, and I know a thing or two about this place.
I had no idea this
That
character existed.
thing there is a power generator for this entire sector. in order to open the door, you need to apply a little something to it first. Do you know what that is, kid? Or is that too difficult for you?
Get to the point, or you want to keep on dancing?
Actually, I prefer a sword to be my partner. May I have this dance, my lady?
Oh my god, I want to see the motion capture for this Jester guy.
That is what the something is! Remember that, kid? Write it down on your hand if you don't trust your head.
He's definitely not voiced by Mark Hamill, right?
I see. Thanks. You still piss me off, though.
I think I heard as well they used a director as a movie director. I guess for the staging, cinematography, something like that for the cutscenes, right? They definitely have pretty remarkable flair to them. Wait, the boss battle I just did wasn't part of the original game, like with the big snake thing, really? That's interesting. Yeah, it sounds like they did quite a bit with the special edition of this. I know the regular DMC3 was meant to be really tough, right? Oh, the upcoming one, sure. I have upgraded guns, yeah. I reckon I'll probably upgrade Ebony and Ivory. Okay, sure, that's quite cool. Is that what, if you pick yellow, does that make it revert to Devil May Cry 3? Vanilla Devil May Cry 3. Actually, how much was... we got Blue Wolf yet. Feels like Blue Wolf. Oh, right. Okay, I'm glad I picked gold then. I'm gonna need that. So, what do I do? Do I upgrade Ebony and Ivory? Still a drive. No, I don't know if I'll get Bindle yet. What do you guys reckon? I'm leaning towards Stiller just because I use it so much, and the drive does sound pretty useful actually. Oh, even greater range. Okay, yeah, I'm really leaning towards Stiller. Yep, okay. That answers that one. We'll upgrade the guns on the next fit. It's a bit slow, is it? Yeah.
Thanks for destroying the luck for me, devil boy! And welcome to hell! Please accept my gift. Don't be humble. Just take it. After all, we're buddies, aren't we?
Oh god, flying enemies.
Well, isn't that special? To be honest, I was expecting something a little better than this.
Oh wow, yeah, no kidding. Oh my god, yeah, that range. Yeah, we've been the right range, just like
Come on.
Oh, because if you attack them normally, they just kind of break into multiple. Okay, I've got to remember which trigger button is change melee attack, and which one is change gun. So I keep confusing them. Yeah, that might have taken me a while to figure out. It's interesting because I imagine if this is like the first game, our guns basically ineffectual. I mean, I know they're already pretty weak compared to melee attacks, but oh god, I hated those things. Yeah, I could never get those that consistent though.
Welcome to hell! My name... Hold it!
This thing! It's bleeding confetti!
Come and get it.
Whoa, I'm in my frame rate now, man. Maybe it's dropped the, I'm doing this at a bizarre resolution, like 7K or something. So it's not even good one, it's better than I always like to take the big one when it comes to older games. It's a silly yeah, definitely dropped the frame rate. I don't think it's 100% CPU. Yeah, not yet. I'll just a little bit for now. Just dial the resolution down one slightly next time. So that's the fight that wasn't in the first version of this game. Hey. Oh, that's good. There's been a few times where I've wanted to do that good, so I'm happy about that. I imagine you could get quite. Oh, that's really cool. So that's what it means, like, to that basically, or the air one. Not very magmatics, that air one. That's gonna be cool for environment navigation as well. But I assume I should try and level the other stars up as well. See, this looked like the V7 as well. So Matt, how do you rate Samus Returns overall? As far as Metroid games go? Ooh, could I... No. Shit, I was way too close to that. Oh, that's good to hear on Samus Returns. I will get to it eventually. I'm hoping that at some point it'll be really... I think it's already pretty playable on Citra. Maybe when games start to a bit less on Citra, I'll play it through there. I'll buy a copy and then rip it. I'll buy an actual card and then rip it. No, really, I will. Honestly, I have the means to do it. I would pirate a game if it's still in print. Very top of the... yeah... That's about, I was a bit overwhelmed when I came in here. No, to be honest, I wasn't that keen on it being 3DS, and unfortunately I'm an insufferable frame rate snob, so like it being 30 FPS and on 3DS kind of I wasn't that keen on. It's just because it's a remake of a 60 FPS game, that's always a bugbear for me. But I'm still, like, it's still what I'd like to get into eventually. I'll be the first to say, you know, for people who aren't that bothered by frame rate, like, absolutely go ahead and don't let the fusspots like me say otherwise on that. I think in particular for a side-scrolling action game, I'm not that keen. Obviously, like, I've just gone through Shenmue, which is fair too. In a case like that, it's like, well, it's a re-release of a game with all this crusty code, that would be hard to change on that front. I love Zero Mission, yeah. I think, yeah, Zero Mission was the first one I completed. Is that what you were pointing me to, past these? Oh, what was that? I should be looking at the map, actually. What was the... Is there a dedicated map button as well? Wasn't there like a... Wasn't there a room with kind of a big generator looking thing? I think it was like the only one I came across here. I'd probably do as well, Cricket. I'd say Super and Prime are my two favourites. Yes, I'll go back to that one. Yeah, I think it was the first one I came across. Yeah. That just opened up as well, didn't I? I keep forgetting that. Oh, is it? I'm glad you said that. I thought it was like a portal of some sort. Whee! Oh, fun. Prime 2 is sadly it's what I've played very little of, unfortunately. It's kind of like how, especially it's like with Shenmue 1 and 2, where I played a good bit of the first Prime, I didn't finish it, I just didn't play the second one much. But then I since went back to the first one on the Wii trilogy, actually, that's when I really fell in love with it. I played like maybe 70-80% of Prime 2, Prime 3, sorry. But didn't finish that either, unfortunately. Yeah, that really does look like doesn't look like a trampoline, does it? No, that's always been on fire, isn't it? You like Prime 4? I like that it's going to exist, but it doesn't exist yet. Was this the room? Oh, I think it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. I remember now, yeah. There was... Yeah, this way. So here I can use... Do I go to this screen to use it? This one, was there something about electricity with this? Ah, there we go. Well, I think it's been long enough, and we've obviously got a more advanced tech now, so I'm excited to see a Prime game with Switch era, Switch level visuals. Please keep it 60 FPS, guys, please. That's part of what's made the original trilogy hold up so well. Oh god, I really hate those ones that shoot the spirits.
Come and get me.
I love this song. There's the one in 4 I really love. The Tyrant's Coming, so that one. So fun. So it's the fun kind of angst. Kind of harmless. Don't people. Maybe, I mean... Well, I don't know, my guess would be they were both in development at the same time. Oh man, Federation Force was bad timing on... Okay, let's go back to where the, oh, I can't go this way again, obviously. Yeah, it's true, it's probably still quite early, isn't it? Hold on, I didn't... Oh, so that's another Trickmaster thing, you can actually... Is that Trickmaster? Yeah, there it is. I thought that was because that's something they bigged up for the second game, wasn't it? Be able to run up walls in this. I was really sad we didn't see footage on Metroid Prime 4 at E3. I was really hoping for that. You can sideways as well. You can do that in 2 as well, right? I remember it being quite awkward though. I wasn't really able to use it organically during fights that much.
Come and get me.
Yeah, this just reminds me of the first game quite a lot now, kind of the sort of a gothic castle kind of environment. Oh, there you go, yeah! Oh, that's really cool. So you can't... so how do I... Yeah, so you kind of have to have the analog stick leading into the wall. So maybe have it kind of... Yeah, okay, so you kind of have it diagonal. Oh, that is really cool. Yeah, I think next mission maybe try Swordmaster, maybe? Have a Metroid game set in Tokyo, every time for that. No, it's not this one, is it? It's not where did I... Oh, there we go, that's the right one, isn't it? Oh, there, so it was, Oh wait, yeah, this is the way it went out, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Get back this way. I'm sorry, this must be agonizing to watch.
Come on, man.
Yeah, because it was, it was on the left, so it wasn't, it was the second floor, wasn't it? And then it was there. Yeah. There we go. We're getting there. Oh, so is that, was I used the wall run to... if you do exclamation mark boring, I have got a sound. I have got a clip from one of those, not that one. Actually, I think it's the one right before that. Whoa, that's so strange. Cheers, man. I see cool to the. That's this one. I don't know if I got that. It's a bit hard to know this one up as much as the regular. Hey, there we go. Nice. Excellent, I definitely would have missed that. Yeah, just for the fun of it. Oh, there you go. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So I guess that's kind of a hint that you can actually walk across there. Wait, doors behind me? Oh, I see, you mean this. Oh, thank Christ I got you. Yeah, it's not really... The rest of something I'm missing out, it's not really immediately clear now, is it? Ah, yes. Can't remember what issue this is. So it's 4 or 5. Because you said you were on 5 earlier, didn't you? Past these. Have you been playing? Are you still playing? So. Play the skull, is it? Ah! Oh, these are gonna go well, aren't they? Wait, oh, I can't. I want to get the collectibles. Oh, there I will. Okay, guys. Yeah, I suppose it wasn't too bad. Yeah, Stiller is the best, man. Ah! Oh, I see, right. Just wait for me. Oh, this game's great. I'm pretty enjoying this. Oh my god, oh, what the hell is this? Too bad, man. Ah! It's terrible. Too much consistency. That's your good time. Whoa! Oops. This is a bit better than the last time.
You scared?
Oh my god, I actually got triple S. Oh, there's a count as triple S and it doesn't end on that? Because it went down to just singular S. Oh. Oh god, whoa! I'm thinking Stinner quite a lot. Hey, it's more like it. Hooray! Yeah, so I've got it so chat goes off after 200 seconds. I kind of wish I could make it longer than that, to be honest. I'm kind of experimenting with that. Just so you don't have like the same messes stay on there for quite a while. As I say, I'm kind of having an hour over. I might change it back after see on that. Just gonna grab a glass of water, right guys? Back in a sec. Donkey Kong may cry. Ooh. So what are you going to do with Reignited Trilogy now, Nick? Are you going to buy it elsewhere, or...? So if you buy it from the PlayStation Network, I take it you want it digitally, right? Nice, you can change style on these. Yeah, let's try Swordmaster. Yeah, that I like. Yeah, that's a good little juggle attack there. Ooh. Why did I do the second one? Oh, I see, just got to do it again. Okay, oh, sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, okay, so you've still got the pre-order release code. We'll enhance the guns, yes. You're getting Spider-Man. Oh, I read some of them about Xbox All Access.
But we finally have company. I see that. We must entertain our guest. You're right. We have to be gracious hosts. What should we do?
Are you getting Spider-Man past this?
Brother, our guest is sighing. Sigh? What is sigh? Well, a sigh is when...
Enough already! How long are you two gonna keep carrying on like this? In case you didn't get the hint, I'll spell it out. You're a guest. Wants to go through. Got it?
Our job here is to guard this pool. That's right. We cannot let you pass.
They got their heads. I'm gonna shoot this shot from Trickster. Yeah, we're going back on Trickster. As close together as possible. Oh, it's like the what are those two in Dark Souls? One just half the other. Right, so I'll try and focus on the blue one based on what you guys said. get more health, please? Okay, good. Okay, I see what you guys mean there.
Wait!
Because I really killed him before
We
he
have
did
been waiting
that.
for a long time. Yes, a very long time. For someone stronger than us. Someone who can control us.
Oh, new weapon.
My name is Agni.
Oh, I
and
think,
my
yeah.
name is Rudra.
I think I've seen
You
this.
shall take us with you. We can be a great help to you.
Okay, but on one condition.
What is it? Name it.
No talking.
Fair enough. As you wish.
They won't be able to hold some out.
No talking. Good.
Well, I think they're and the wisecrack occasionally, Dante. Ooh, okay, so that's gonna be a tough. That's gonna be tough to decide on that. It's not like Dante's not a talkative smarmy fellow himself, anyway. Okay, no worries, but I might head off in a bit now, actually. Maybe I'll finish stream off just with some quick Mario 64. It won't be on for much longer. I forgot I haven't taken out the rubbish tonight, so I can't do that. Dante, you hypocrite. Yeah, wonderful little start to this. We are definitely going to continue with this. I think I might prioritise the Semi Yakuza for the moment. Sorry, Matt. But we will definitely return to Yakuza. Oh yeah, yeah, go on. I think it should be pretty easy to sub Mario, so I'll just do that for like 10 minutes or so. Both have their place. This definitely has better combat than Yakuza. What is it? Yeah, we missed the power of a bunch of stuff on here. That's 64, where are you? There we are. Bear with me a sec. No, not that. We want... You go off. You go off.
It's me, Mario!
Take that.
Press start to play. Okie dokie.
Just play him out with this one. Yeah, cheers for coming on past these. I'll let you know next time I'm planning to stream that. That's probably a tiny huge item. I'm so excited for that. No, I'm a big fan of the games. That's right. How's you play as Virgil as well? DMC free, I think the special edition. How's that? Is he quite fun with playing? I've sort of seen the other way around. I did a really hilarious trailer of Doom 2016 with the Mario Odyssey theme to it. He's a bit more limited compared to Dark. Still very cool, man. I suppose that's always sort of been there since the first one, because the first time is it Sparta? It's kind of a new character, so. Yeah, the second one is fresh. It's really cool, it's just a cool character. Into a locker, unfortunately. Playable again on oh, fuck off! God damn it, stupid little Goomba. Tiny little Goomba knocked me off. My bad. Is that better? Can you still hear the game alright? No, please tell me on that. Retroon's I think of all games I get problems with inconsistency on. I guess because you can actually change the volume of the game on the fly. In case you missed it, I was just saying this, I think it's called the, that Devil May Cry has kind of had multiple playable characters. Like, sort of with Sparda in the first game. I know it's entirely a new character, but still pretty cool. Trish in the second one, although there's no way I'm going to put in the effort to unlock her in that, unfortunately, because of the second one. Yeah, they really went all out with the special edition of 4 with it was like you've got Virgil and then you've also got Trish and Lady alongside Dante and Nero. Nero I really like actually, I love his arm grabbing ability. They get some really good uses out of that. Yeah, and it 4 stretches itself too thin, doesn't it? I think I need to do that for the start and go after. Just in case. Yeah, it's kind of what he's there for, isn't it? It's a little bit of a Raiden situation in some ways, where people are like, wait, why am I not playing as the established character? It's not an exact parallel, of course. I mean, it's a shame Dante basically just has to go backwards through his content, but again, the combat is so good in that game, it doesn't really matter, I think. Or, well, it doesn't matter as much as it could. Even though it is still a detriment. Oh, fuck! Oh, I hate this level. Well, no, I don't hate any level in this game, but this is probably one of the most annoying ones. Well, the problem is I want to I find I want to kind of double up on the red coin stars on this. Because like usually you have to get the red coins anyway for the 100 coin stars. So. Is that the only pink bubble? Lady's very projectile based, isn't she? Which yeah, fuck. I was struggling this much with this one. Yeah, I can see that not being as fun. Like, DMC really is about the melee combat first and foremost, typically, isn't it? I've got this. It's so weird the butterfly can just turn into them. Oh, there is a wall there. That's good. She's wearing a very open top in that game, isn't she? It's a bit lame. Really over-sexualized there. I don't really know much about her character, to be honest. So she appears a little bit in full with with Dante and Nero. Let's get Sons of Alan and 3 Arco. Which I was surprised Virgil doesn't show up until 3. At least properly. I know he's kind of meant to be in the first one, but not really. But like, from the outside, I always kind of knew he was one of the main players of... Always seemed like one of the main players of the series. Or at least been a very important character in it. Just go to... It feels so precarious when you're big Mario on this. Just go straight to... Sure, yeah, big Mario. Actually, no, not so, well. No, I suppose Mario's not changed in size, it's everything else, isn't it? Haven't there been something this week? If you can punch the butterflies and get them one up, I think. We'll have that happen, sure. Mario's almost sick. Tell you, where's a Waluigi? Manky as hell he is. The camera always annoys me here, like I always want to... It always stops you at a certain point. Don't get eaten by fish. I never they can now. Sometimes he's like I remember like seeing like in the cartoons I seem to remember he's especially pudgy. It's funny because I've dressed as Mario before for parties and such, so I've been told I'd be a better Luigi really, so I'm a bit skinny. I think a skinny Mario weirder than that. always underestimate the height of the camera. Low on health, so we are going for a quick dip. Just like real life. I don't know, they don't seem especially interested in doing I think they're probably just content to do re-releases of this, like Virtual Console. I mean, I'd love to see one. I don't, I think especially with the fan efforts, like, I know I'm going on about frame rate today, it's not the first time, but, man, that hack really is a game changer for this. It really can't be overstated. Oh, this one always makes me so nervous. Oh god, right. Okay. Go away, fire. Looks like there'll be more for blue coins there. Okay, so the tricky thing is, I don't really want to be. If I get that, I'll be. Oh, okay, I'm gonna ruin this horribly also. So I'm not ready to be done with this stuff. I need 20 more coins still. Oh god, oh god. That's one way which this game seems quite cruel, that if they well, they did re-release on DS, I guess. Actually, I think that was still pretty cruel in terms of getting 100 coin stars. Yeah, I mean, well, I think if they did like a proper remake, it wouldn't really use the same code. That's why it kind of comes down to how much they end up reusing the original code, I think. It depends whether they would put in the legwork to alter it. But if it was a remake, I don't think they would use the original code. I think they would be going brand new. Yeah, I really wish one of those would have loads of coins. God, I gotta play as carefully as possible. No, piss off! I don't have to go to Wigglytuff. I love that, in retrospect, it really is a shame the Sunshine was only 30. Especially because apparently there's pre-release footage of it at 60. Although, there is, if you play it on Dolphin, you can use a code to make it 60. Which did cause one or two issues, but again, that's such a game changer for that. But yeah, I love that style with Galaxy, they've just all been 60. Like, Odyssey, they could have easily gone for 30, given that they went for an exploration style for that one. So I'm so glad they still kept that at 60. Because I've said on one of these streams before, as much as I'd love 3D Zelda at 60, I do understand with that, in terms of how much more flexibility it gives them with the world design in those games, given that they do go for a larger scale. But Mario, I think, especially needs to be 60. I mean, like, Mario 3D Land was 30, which, you know, there's probably some leeway on that being a handheld title, and it was a very good looking 3DS game. Though, of course, 3D World does feel noticeably better because of that being 60. No, sorry. No, I was just saying that how much, how glad I am they do stick to 60 FPS for modern 3D Marios. I think it just does wonders for their playability.
Here we go!
Platformers I generally really respect. I mean, I want everything to be 60 if possible. I understand in cases where it's not. But platformers especially, I think should, whenever possible, really try and stick to that. Oh yeah, so Mario Sunshine apparently was 60 FPS on pre-release footage. But then the final game was 30. It's a bit of a shame in retrospect, although you can on Dolphin use a code to make it 60. Which had a couple of issues last time I tried, but again, just like this, it's so wonderful just to get to play at all like that. And I've never... Mario Sunshine's the only 3D Mario I've not 100%ed. Actually, well, that and 3D World, I haven't done every level of every character. Otherwise, I did pretty much everything else on that. So one day I do want to do that on Sunshine, so... Another potential stream down the line, maybe. I'm hoping... I've stopped all the... I deliberately went in while the minute hand was on... was on 12, so all the mechanics of the clock would have stopped. I think that might cause issues until later on trying to get 100 coins, so it definitely makes this bit easier though, getting the red coins here. So many levels on this, you just feel so precarious navigating. You can just fall off at any moment. Oof. Yeah, again, I think that's a case of they're using the original code, so yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, I think that's a case of, unfortunately, because they're using the original codes. That makes it quite difficult to alter significantly. So, part of the reason companies love remasters is they're fairly quick and cheap to do. I think if they were to alter that aspect of that significantly, that would kind of... it might be less likely to happen. So I use this one? I'm sure I've used... Oh, fuck. I'm sure I've used maybe a wall jump here or something like that. Let's try and experiment. Hooray! Let's get some more coins. Oh, look, there's one back there. Yeah, you might feel a bit of skipping there. I think there's still like occasionally a bit of that. I don't know if that's the 60 FPS patched needed optimization or if that's the emulator. I mean, the guy who made the patch, I think he said he still wants to work a bit more on it, so we'll see on that front. I mean, I'll still take little drops like that if it means we get such a smooth frame rate on this. Yeah, maybe a bit of that. Those are really nice versions of those Zelda games, though. I love... That's actually... I think they should port those to Switch, but that would be something I would miss. The gamepad use was actually really great on those games. I've basically taken the route to a good couple of stars here. Ah, what coins? I'll take it, but... I didn't struggle too badly with the camera in this overall, though there are a few points, like going down here is a little... Oh, God. Hooray! Oh God, here we go. I got this one too high in the air. Yeah, this is one of those games I just come back to every so often. It'd been a little while before this, I think it's like... Oh, I suppose I didn't take any damage there. But yeah, now that this, I've got like a good emulation setup, which I've not really had for a while, and especially with this ROM hack, I'm going to definitely come back to it a little bit. Maybe check out some of the crazy hacks people have done on this. Hooray!
Here we go!
Let's finish off TikTok clock. Yeah, you can do that. It really takes the pressure off of these levels when you get the 100 coins started down. That's usually the really tricky one. Yeah, I'm thinking unless I rage quit, which is a possibility given that we've got Rainbow Ride now. Let's see if I can just get this done tonight. 6 more stars. Oh god. Yes. Go for this one. Hooray!
Here we go!
Oh well, yeah, frame rate died a bit there. Ooh, oh god. We're okay, Barry, we're okay. Let's send this back quite a bit. Oh god. Oh my gosh! I'd sake. Tell you what, we'll come back to that. Thank god. I swear sometimes you can. They really do use this song a lot, don't they? But yeah, these bits are also a bit of a pain in the ass. Ah, shit. Shit. Looks like this too. Oh, this one takes forever. Hurry up. Just shitting me. Ah. Ah, shit. Okay, we're calling it there after that. God damn it. I know I shouldn't have done that there. Ugh, well, never mind. What's your favourite? Still watching? If you are, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Bye.